Ah, nature. The world of living things and the outdoors. Something about it has always caught our attention, from the beauty of the California redwoods, to the Swiss Alps, to the more destructive forces that can flatten and flood our homes. Even inside of our climate-controlled homes, cars, and offices, nature is still a part of our everyday existence, simultaneously both less and more so than ever before. Historically, its influence can be seen on many a painting, sculpture, book, poem, song, video game? Even our favorite virtual pastime can't seem to escape the grasp of the natural world. I thought it could be fun to look at the way nature is presented in a few of my favorite video games, where you can't actually feel nature. What tactics are they using to create an unnatural nature? How do they do it? No game that I've really played has captured the same sense of scale and exploration as the one I got from playing Breath of the Wild. As Link emerges from his small dark cave and sees the land of Hyrule sprawling out in front of him, the player is overwhelmed with this sense of smallness. This sense of bigness and unending landscape is also present here, but I want to focus on the sense of smallness. Being outside in somewhere as big and grand as the Tetons or the Redwoods or the Appalachian Forest really gives you a sense of how small you are. I mean, sure, buses are big, skyscrapers are big, the cities themselves are big, but they're built in a way that's accessible to people. So when you step out of that cave in Breath of the Wild and into the vast landscape of Hyrule, you feel small in a way you really only can in nature. And also this video game, apparently. Assuming you haven't played this video game, you don't know what lies ahead. You don't know all the different routes, you don't know all the different geographies and landscapes that lie in front of you. Parallel to this, when you're outside and you look out into the forest, you really don't know what's out there either. Just you and whatever lies beneath the canopy of trees. When exploring Hyrule, you're first confined to the Great Plateau, an area that honestly feels pretty big when you first step into the game. You slowly learn what items you can and can't interact with, what things will hurt you, what areas you can explore. But then again, you're not really confined. You can go down off the plateau if you can find a way. You can go straight to Ganon and fight him if you want to. The game won't stop you. The only thing that might slow you down is tools, resources, or how good you are at playing the game. Free will is something that this game gives the player tons of. And I feel like of the open world games, Breath of the Wild feels the most open. Outside, in theory, you can go anywhere, do just about anything. Maybe a little less so now with so many people. Stay on the trails. So even though we all possess this level of free will in reality as well, exercising it can be tough. You could get up in the middle of the workday and get your car or hop on a bus or a train and leave. In theory, you don't have to be there. I mean, what is a job anyway? But we have responsibilities and people relying on us and a schedule to keep and bills to pay. So Breath of the Wild captures a feeling we don't really get in our day-to-day. Firewatch. Nature is often viewed as a great escape from our everyday lives. A hike here, a camping trip there, but what happens when that escape is abused? Now, when faced with times of great stress, I'm sure everyone's felt the urge to run away, maybe even move to the woods, but generally we don't act on that urge, either because we can't act on it or we know we shouldn't act on it. But I feel like Firewatch begs the question, what if we did act on it? You may recognize Firewatch as an array of pretty wallpapers you saw on Pinterest, and this game is beautiful in its use of color and atmosphere, but it's not really an open world game like the other games I've chosen. In Firewatch, you play as Henry, a man grappling with his current situation. Rather than approach and address the issues he's facing, he chooses to go become a Firewatch in the Wyoming forests. And while not everyone agrees, I really liked the ending of Firewatch. I feel like it's kind of perfect, especially when talking about nature and escapism. At the end of the whole thing, you and Delilah go your separate ways, leaving the summer and the forest behind. And all the problems you went out there to escape haven't solved themselves. One of the issues with using something as an escape is that it typically won't bring you any closer to solving the problems at hand. That being said, having an escape is a good thing. If you don't have a place to go decompress and gather your thoughts and not go insane, that's not good. But Firewatch helps paint a picture to show us that overusing it on big problems maybe isn't the best idea. But nature is a good thing. There are tons of studies that show that being around trees and outside is really literally good for your health. Go touch grass. Overall, I think Firewatch does a really nice job of showing us what happens if we use nature as an escape. Sure, it's good, even great in small quantities, but too much of anything is a bad thing. That's why they call it too much. This wouldn't be a video about nature and video games if I didn't talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. One of my favorite games! With mountains, rivers, and birds like this game takes the cake when it comes to realistic graphics. This game is probably my favorite game of all time. Probably not the one I've spent the most hours on, but definitely the one I think about the most. Between the beautifully written story and the painstakingly detailed graphics, this game just really kicks ass. You spend your time as Arthur Morgan, living as a gunslinger and outlaw in the dying Wild West. You grapple with morality, mortality, and what makes someone a good person. You hunt for food to feed your friends. You look through stunningly well-designed catalogs for clothes and provisions. You set up camp and watch the sky darken as rain begins to fall gently on your tent. It's video game realism at its finest. Obviously, one of the best ways to make nature in a video game feel real is to make it look real, and Rockstar did just that when making Red Dead Redemption 2. The map spares no expense, sprawling out in all directions, covering all the weather and biomes found in the American West, from the up-and-coming city of Saint Denis to the bitter cold of Coulter, all the way down to the dried-out towns of Armadillo and Tumbleweed. But within the realism of the mountains and the trees and the birds and the wildlife, there's also this unavoidable romanticism and dramatization of it all. Red Dead Redemption 2 is always applauded for its realism. This isn't really like one-to-one realism. The way Red Dead Redemption 2 renders its landscapes is reminiscent of the paintings of Albert Bierstadt. And I know I watched a video where someone literally made this comparison. I can't find it. I thought it was Jacob Geller. Comment if you know, please. It's driving me crazy. But many of his paintings are really stunning in their use of light and color and scale. And like Red Dead Redemption 2, they're not one-to-one realism. But does that really matter? Both video games and paintings differ from nature in the fact that you can really only experience them with two of your senses. I guess paintings is like one of your senses, but video games is like you're hearing it and you're seeing it. I can't smell the rain or feel the sun that's being shown to me on the screen. So I think being able to dramatize and romanticize these scenes beyond real life gives the game more texture. So I think what matters is the essence and the feeling that video games are able to capture with just sight and sound. And pushing the boundaries of what realism means and making it a little bit grander adds to that. Both Bierstadt's paintings and Red Dead Redemption 2 give the West a sort of romantic pull. A grandiose and epic portrait of something that's beautiful, but maybe not quite like this. Thanks for watching me ramble. I just really like these games, and I was like outside a lot this summer, and I was like, oh wow, it's like I'm playing a game outside. Except it's not like that because they're different things. But I don't know, I thought I can make a video and do whatever I want because it's my channel. So I hope you enjoyed, and if not, that's fine. If you did enjoy, be sure to like it and subscribe if you want to, and comment down below a game that you think is really good at capturing essences of nature. There's a lot of them, like a lot of indie games too, that I feel like do a really good job, which I obviously didn't cover any of those, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. Anyway, join me next time where I think someone's coming inside the building. Bye!
Hi, I'm not Grackhouse, but this has been a Grackhouse production. Thank you for watching. Woo!